Good evening, good day, good morning. It depends where you are around the world. It's Andre from Perfect Power. This is part 2 of Africa's Strongest Man and Women 2021 that was just held in Mossel Bay. So we already recapped on in part 1 with regards to the records that were set. Now we're just going to touch base on the events. And I'm going to show you the score sheets of starting with the men novice under 80, working away all the way through to the pro women. But I'm just quickly going to run through the events. So day 1 there was 3 events. Day 2 there was 3 events. We had stormy weather. We had hurricane winds. So we had to change one of the events, unfortunately. Day 1 we started with a log lift. Day 2 we went over to the max deadlift. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are around the world. It's Andre from Perfect Power. So this is part 2 of Africa's Strongest 2021 that was held in Mossel Bay. Now in part 1, we just recapped on the records that were set, world records, Africa records, and focus a little bit on those athletes. Now we're going to focus on the score sheets. And I just want to bring attention to the top 3 placings of all the different categories that we had. So day 1, oh yeah, before I forget, hurricane winds, stormy weather. It was an absolute typical Mossel Bay weekend for those that don't know. So day 1 we started with max log, then we went over to max deadlift, then we went over to the circus dumbbell or giant dumbbell, whatever they want to call it. Then day 2 we moved over more to the moving events. Now day 2 we had to do the Conan's wheel, but we could not do the circle walk Conan's wheel, unfortunately, due to the rain and due to the extreme weather. So we had a front hold. We used the yoke. We would carry it for distance between point A and point B. Then we went over to the medley event. The medley event consisted of 3 events within that, where you had to walk with a yoke over to farmers and then into a sled. Then we finished off with Atlas Stone for reps, but, this is the but, our pro open men and pro open women did a stone run. And the men went up to 205 kilograms, jumped up 180, 205, 180, 160, 150, 140. And then the women started on 62, working their way up to 140 kilograms. So, without any further ado, we're quickly going to go over now to the score sheet, and then we will run through it. Men's novice under 80 kilograms. So, as I said, we're going to focus on the top 3, but we had 4 in that division. Ruben Frey there finishing on 20 points, Ziad 16, Gino 11, and Henry Frey with 9. We can see how they push each other through the events. Event 1, Ruben there with 100 kilo. And then in event 2, Ziad with a 255. And then we can also see event 3, we've got Ruben again with 4 points. Event 4, Ruben with 4 points. And then event 5, Ruben with 4 points. So Ruben really dominating the men under 80 kilo division. Then we will move over to the men novice under 90 kilo division. There we had Paul, Jock, and Chris fighting it out. We had then Jared and Donovan. And as we can see in event 1, the 130 there being the highest. Event 2 was very close to the deadlift at 265. And then the circus dumbbell 9 reps through Donovan. And then event 4, we have Jock that came up with 4 points. Event 5, we had Chris. And then event 6, we had Paul and Chris coming up with the most points there. Right, so let's move over to the men novice under 105. There we had quite a few entrants, and the top 3 there, Cornelius now on 49.5. Marcel 46.5 and Lawrence on 44. And if you go through, you'll see there went 1, the log, we had 130, 130. Then event 2, we had 320 from Cornelius now. And event 3, proving to be quite challenging with 2, 5, and 8 reps. And then event 4, it was quite close. We have 9 points there for Cornelius now. Event 5, 9 points there for Cornelius now. And then event 6, the Atlas Stone, all he needed was 2 reps there. So well done for them. Then let's move over. This is the Men Novice Open. We had quite a few entrants there, as you can see. As I said, we're only going to focus on the top 3. So first it was Jean-Luc, then Matthew and Avesh, and Calvin coming in 4th. Event 1, we have at 140, 150. Jean-Luc there, 140s. Event 2, 300s, 320s, deadlifts, which is very good. Event 3, we had 4 reps, 7 reps there for Jean-Luc. And then as we move over to the moving events, you can see also we had Calvin and Matthew with 11 and 12, and Reino with 13 points with 54 meters. And then event 5, we also have Matthew and Jean-Luc, and then event 6 with the reps again, 6-3 reps. All right, so that is the open division. Now let's go over to the women novice division. There we had quite a few, as you can see, 8, and the top 3 there was Nicole, Tamara, and Alma. Nicole with 37.5, Tamara with 36.5, and Alma with 34.5. Some lifts, some logs, 55, 45, deadlifts, the 192.5, and then the dumbbell, 9 reps, 7 reps, 6 reps. So very well done to the women novice. Even the Atlas Stones, you can see there with the 62 kilo Atlas Stone, 7 reps, 6 reps, and with the farmers and moving events, 95 meters, well done there on event 4, and then 78 meters with Tamara. So we'll move over to the men master division. There we had Vuyani walking away with the crown, and Henny in second place, Jan Creer and Jacques Duplessis. As you can see, Henny and Vuyani with 140 in the log. Deadlift, the 310 and 315, again with Vuyani and Henny. And then with the circus dumbbell, we've got Vuyani and Henny with 4 and 1. And then event 4, I will tell you the masters had some injuries. I know Henny got injured as well, but they did very well. And they still pushed through. So well done on our master men. So let's move over to our men pro-am under 90. So we had John Arthur Pretorius coming in first place with 15, Terence with 13, and Bandile with 5. Again, logs 100, 110. We've had the deadlifts coming up very nicely, 330, 320. And then the circus dumbbell again proving to be quite an event. Then the front hold or the front walk, the medley, and then the Atlas Stones. There we have got Terence winning that with 3 points. So well done to them. So let's move over to the men pro-am under 105. This was the big one. As I saw there, as I said earlier, we had Rian and Blake push each other with that log, and Blake coming out on top with a 165, and Rian with a 160, and the rest with 140s. Then the deadlift that Blake absolutely dominated with a 415. I don't even think there was anybody close to him. We've got Jacques de Jager with a 370. And then Blake again running through the circus dumbbell, only needing 3 reps there. With event 4, as you can see, event 5, and then all he needed on event 6 was 1 rep to make that a 25.5. So well done, Blake. Really showing his dominance in the under 105 category. So then we will move over to the Men Pro Open. This was the big one. This was what everybody wanted to see. We have Tobalani Mabasu, 49.5. And then we have a newcomer to strongman, Jaco Skoonwinkel, who's really surprised everybody with a 49, just being right on the heels. Ben with a 41, and then Chris van der Linde 39, and Dean Shelley with a torn biceps and calves, still fighting on like a true strongman. Well done there. Let's have a look at event 1. We had Tubbs completely dominating it with a 201. Then we had the deadlift as well. I mean, Chris taking a 440 kilo there, new record. The circus dumbbell, again, proving to be quite a heavy event. Then we move over to the moving events. There you'll see we had Yaku taking 10 points there. And then we had Tubbs in event 5 there with 47. And then the stones. The stone events, we also had Yaku with 10 points there. Ben with 9 points. So well done to the men Pro-Am Open on a great result and a great fight. We're going to move over to the women Pro-Am. Again, yeah, it was a big fight between Faith, Carla, Cherry, I must not get that wrong, and Sienna. Really, you know, they all battled it out over the 2 days. Nobody giving an inch, and they were true warriors on the day. We'll go through event 1. We've got Faith with the 100 kilo log. We have got event 2, deadlift. We had Cherry with the 260 there. And then we had with the circus dumbbell, they really proved what they were made out of with Faith 7 reps. Event 4, we had Carla with 4 there was 78 meters. Then we had Cherry with a 4 coming into event 5, the medley, and then the stones, the big one, which proved to be the tiebreaker, and then Carla coming out because with a rollback she got one point above Cherry. So well done there to everybody for great results. That was Africa's, in a nutshell, all the weight divisions. Well done to all athletes, all 70 athletes competing. And those that were injured, we hope that you recover and then come back stronger next year. Then a massive thank you to our sponsors and hosts, Ruben for Eden Fitness for giving us the venue after we had to withdraw from our original venue due to bad weather. Then all the sponsors, Nutritech, Rebel, we had Drager, we've got Indigo, we've got Starcoms that did all the live streaming for us. Guys, rock stars, really. Thank you very, very much. Shane, for all the work you have done. Etienne, for everything. Gerrit, for coming out. My staff, my wife that was there. Heinrich, you know, trying Frankie. Really, guys, you guys all rocked this weekend and you made it so much easier for me to be there. Unfortunately, Gerrit van Staden could not be there. I can tell you now that man's heart was broken and he wanted to be there. All right, so that's a recap. People, stay focused, all the athletes. And then next year, 2022, I believe is going to be a big year for Africa. So those people overseas, keep your eyes peeled. Tubbs, Blake, and Chris is coming for those world titles. Thank you very much.